Hello, 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 friends. Hello, this is Braincake. This is Keegan.
I'm Jimothy.
And that's Jimothy. Got a little show for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got a little bit of stuff. Not a whole lot of stuff. We're cold as fuck.
Yeah, we were gonna actually start the show off the top with a local story. Something about like a super religious boss. Is that it?
Sort of, yeah. Local hillbilly news, folks, incoming. And this is Bizarro World type.
This is small town Eastern Kentucky, guys. Not to say that every boss is like this, but just a decent insight into the mindset around here.
Yeah. Credit goes to Kentucky Sports Radio. They're the ones that posted the article I'm looking at.
Good people.
Yeah. And,
those are the people that did Peyton's mullet interview.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool. But yeah, like this news story's been picked up already by like CNN and Fox and all those fucking juggernauts of news.
Yeah.
Regardless of how you feel about them, that's where they stand in the terms of like what's televised. They're the juggernauts of news.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually there's a lot of scary shit about like how all of the local news stations are even somewhat in sync. Have you ever seen those videos?
Yeah, they're all pocketed, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
But in our one of our local towns here, there's a Hampton Inn. It's in Hazard, Kentucky, and apparently this man, he's claiming that the manager of the Hampton Inn required him to undergo an exorcism action.
So the boss at the Hampton Inn required him to get an exorcism.
Well, that's what they were asking. He says, let's see, an Eastern Kentucky man has filed a religious discrimination lawsuit against the hotel and its manager, Sharon Linden. According to WD...
Damn, they just straight out fucking name dropped her, didn't they?
Yeah.
Don't fucking attack her, folks.
Oh, I like everybody's name dropped here.
I'm sure.
Yeah, according to WDRB, Jason White claims he was harassed by Linden once the front desk clerk revealed he was getting a divorce. Blaming his marital problems on, quote, demons, Linden allegedly asked White to get an exorcism to continue working at the hotel. The suit, which names Linden and Hampton Inn as defendants, alleges Fields was told he was going to work for Linden, he had to be, quote, cleansed. In addition, Fields was given a form to fill out with questions about his religious background, if he had lustful thoughts, whether he was conceived out of wedlock or had been sexually abused, and if he had ever, quote, made a pact with the devil, among other questions.
Well, here's my question. Here's a question to start. Well, first of all, this lady's fucking off her rocker, batshit.
She's
fucking
nuts.
Yeah, she's completely insane. What I was thinking about, though, is... were there other workers that had to endure this and answer those questions that haven't tried to file a lawsuit?
I don't know. Like, it doesn't... I don't think the article states. But would you like to... I'd like to see if you need to undergo an exorcism, my boy.
Okay. So is this the actual list that she gave to this?
Yes, this is the actual form that she gave to him. It's questions from A to Z. So...
Okay, hit me with them. Let's see if I need an exorcism.
What is your church background?
My church background? Oh my God. I definitely don't have much of a background there.
Is it so?
You know what's weird is even though I grew up here, I had parents who didn't go to church every day, you know? And that's I guess it's not that rare this time period. I mean, there are definitely a lot of church-going people around these parts.
There's definitely a gap between your generation and mine.
Yeah.
At least with my parents anyway, because I had the exact opposite.
Definitely.
But I never went myself. I've only been 2 times in my entire life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely a generational thing. Seems like something you would do as you get older.
Yeah.
And you have more time to do it.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just one of those things. Like it's whatever to me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like all of it's just weird to me. So.
All right. Well, I'm sure she's not satisfied with my answer, so I'm sure that's one check on me getting an exorcism.
Oh, I think I'm right in line, right behind you. Briefly explain your conversion experience.
My conversion experience. What the fuck A conversion experience?
Yeah.
I mean, what even does that mean? Like, do most people remember being converted into Christianity?
Who knows?
I don't think so.
Well,
I think
it's kinda
most
like
people were just kind of born, and that's just the life that they live.
Well, I was going to say it's probably like the whole, with how a lot of people know America the Beautiful or the Pledge of Allegiance or whatever, like nobody, it's just indoctrinated into your brain
Yeah.
at a young age.
It really is, and I mean that's not even a bad thing because it's embedded in your brain because it's a part of the the overall culture in an area. And ultimately, I feel like religion is just your culture.
Yeah. Were you baptized as a child?
Was I baptized as a child? Okay, first of all, it's my parents. It's the fucking parents' decision to baptize a child. You shouldn't chastise somebody for not getting baptized as a child.
Hey, this is requirements to work at the fucking Hampton Inn, man. Come on, you gotta step your game up.
Yeah, a lot of phone calls to answer for this small town where people are just fucking passing through.
You need to make $7.75 an hour, goddammit.
Yeah.
And you need
a claw, tooth, and nail to get that $7.25 an hour.
If you die under our watch, we're gonna make sure you go to heaven.
Yeah, we don't really give a shit how good you can clean or like how good you can answer phone calls and sell hotel rooms. What we care about is if you need an exorcism.
Yeah,
or not.
we just need the purity of our workers. To be squeaky clean. We don't really care how dirty you are. We just need you to be on top of your game when it comes to your holy level. Because if you were to die tomorrow, we don't want to be responsible for any lawsuits from hell. And I just don't want to.
Oh my God, yeah. That's ridiculous. It's like, you're literally destroying your livelihood over something that it's gonna get you in so much fucking trouble legally to do this shit. Like, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it?
Sure.
I mean, how does a person like that, I'm sorry, but how does a person even like, that has that mindset get into business? How does that person get to be a boss at a business?
I don't know.
How does that mentality...
Is that like a wolf in sheepskin or something? Because it's like, you had to have chameleoned yourself to get that far.
Definitely.
With radical opinions and thoughts to do like a goddamn exorcism on somebody.
It's almost like a cult leader.
That's what I'm saying.
And, it's kind of like that sociopath thing.
Yeah. You know what's funny? We're only 3 questions deep.
Oh my God, hit me.
In one word, who is Jesus Christ to you?
Who is Jesus Christ to me, okay? I mean, he was a man, walked on water, water to wine. A lot more other stuff about water, like parting the Red Sea and shit. I think that was him.
Yeah, I think they're the same guy. What does the blood of Calvary mean to you?
I don't even know what that means, man.
I don't either.
I apologize.
I think we're both too religiously ignorant to go that deep into.
Dude, I'd ask that to anybody around here. What do you think? Really, even the churchgoers? Do you think they would know what that means?
No, because everybody's paper Christians.
yeah, exactly.
That's what it amounts.
That's what they're gonna write down, and that's what they're gonna share on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's their identity, basically.
Yeah. Is repentance part of your Christian life?
Okay, first of all, I didn't say I was of that typical, as you said, religious cult thing.
I mean, well, this really, sir, we really need to delve deep into this because this isn't really so much your employment on the line as we just really need to see if you meet the guidelines for an exorcism.
Oh, okay. So you're in the exorcism business. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, well,
you're basically just using your position as a boss to be able to sell exorcisms to people. Are you gonna write a book next? Is that what you're gonna do? How to fucking test for exorcisms?
It's my mission from God.
Yeah, that's your new novel. You're going to be on Jimmy Kimmel, cracking jokes while he fake laughs at it. Is that what's going to happen?
I'm going to sit with Conan O'Brien and we're going to talk about it.
Yeah,
we're
sure
going to talk turkey, dude.
Yeah.
I think this is all this episode needs to be is just this fucking questionnaire. I think that's all this needs to be.
Yeah, hit me.
All right. What's your prayer life like?
What is my prayer life like?
Yes.
Well,
folks, if you're just now tuning in, this is something special that we're doing here.
Well, I would have to say, what was that question?
What is your prayer life like?
Okay, my prayer life. Well, sometimes I pray for a good dick sucking. Not to really anyone in particular.
That's really disturbing, sir.
Is it?
Yeah, you shouldn't have any sexual thoughts like that.
Well, I thought that your text, your religious text, that one that you really enjoy, I thought I remembered something in there about man being dominant. So,
the man rules the house.
Holy shit. What if, fucking plot twist on this whole story, this woman is trapped because her husband is ruling over her and getting her to do this shit.
I was going to say, what if it's like the man in a woman's body feels trapped?
Holy shit.
Projecting exorcisms on other people.
You know what? I guess that's why that religious people go so hard on transgender people, because it kind of fucks their rules up a little bit. Like, God didn't write what happens, who's in charge if it's two transgender people in a relationship.
Yeah, because this is a goddamn abomination. This is an abomination to God. This is an abomination to Jesus. This is an abomination to fucking normal people. No one believes in the transgendered. Please don't cut that out, people. I'm just fucking kidding. Don't isolate that clip, I swear to you.
Isolate the clip, guys.
Please don't. God damn it. Don't isolate the clip.
Put us on national news.
Yeah, put us on blast for something that we didn't even do. The news could spin that quite well, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, they definitely could. They just use that same clip, and they just, wouldn't even question the fact that it was out of context, even if they knew it was out of context.
Yeah.
What we're we didn't know.
All we're saying is, folks, I'm sure there would be, a lot of retard-strong outrage if one were to just denounce that, hey, the Bible didn't plan for this transgendered shit.
Yeah.
And they just don't know what to do about that, because it's not like this is...
Well, no, I mean, ultimately what I feel like is, it's people's prejudices coming out, and it's just coming out through the lens of their religion.
Yeah.
I think there are a lot of really good religious people out there.
Oh, there are, yeah. There's no denying that.
Who believe in equality for people. And you know what? I have quite a bit of friends that are, decently religious, and I'm friends with them because they're good people. I'm not, discriminatory against them because they are religious.
Yeah.
Like, you got to judge by your character, because religion is, I think, really just a lens for you to express who you really are.
Yeah, it's true. Were you a planned child?
Was I a planned child? Are you serious?
Do you want to work here or not?
I mean, I don't think so.
I mean, I feel like you're obligated to. I feel like you signed a contract to sign your life away to this business, and there's no real backing out of it. So we can really we can torture if we wanted to. It's in your contract. You should have really read the fine print.
Okay. Good point. That's probably what happened. Oh my God. No. You know what I'm... Okay.
Maybe...
do you know the shit about the Chucky Cheese? Did you ever hear that conspiracy online about Chucky Cheese?
Was it like a fucking pedophile ring?
No. Okay, I'm gonna look up some pictures of Chucky Cheese pizza.
Is the pizza?
And you just tell me, does this look like...
For you and me.
Does this look like it was pieced together, like they took some pizzas off of people's tables and made a new pizza with it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so take a look at this. This is the conspiracy, is that Chuck E. Cheese reuses pizza. Let's see. Let's find an actual picture.
I feel like, aren't they kind of like a Fazoli's not like a Fazoli's, like a Gaddy's in a way? Like, they have just like all these pizzas they're making all fucking day long. They would just like probably mix and match them off the racks if they're fresh.
Oh yeah, I mean maybe because they have individual slices prepared.
Yeah, I think a lot of that's what it is too, because Chuck E. Cheese has always been that way.
Yeah, like this is the thing, like those pepperoni pieces don't match up, you know? But anyway, there was a video online of a guy who went to get a job at Chuck E. Cheese,
mm-hmm.
and he had to sign what are those forms called where you're basically saying that everything at work is kept private? You can't
like a
film
confidentiality
here.
agreement.
Kind of different than confidentiality. Basically, they just didn't want you to film or talk about anything that happened in the job outside of the job.
It's like a media restrictive thing.
Yeah, yeah. And they made the guy sign that, and he was like very clear about that. He fired him on the first day because he was filming the pizzas. And
he didn't listen to instructions.
Yeah.
He would have had a job had he not been a dummy.
Well, I know, but he went in there with the clear intentions of trying to.
Oh, he was just trying to record in there.
It's clear, like for the Vine, for the controversy and the conspiracy aspect. But
that's fun.
You kind of poked a hole in all of that for me straight from the beginning because of you saying them probably baking individual pieces and somebody just. In case somebody orders just a slice.
Yeah.
And they're just piecing them all on there as they come out. Yep. There you go, guys. We solved it live on the air.
That's what we're good for.
The pizza conspiracy is no longer an issue.
This is what happens when you bite into that sugary brain cake, bitch.
Yeah, and just so you know, it's a lot better to have to sign a form like that at Chucky Cheese than it would be to have to go through this fucking insane questionnaire.
Yeah, and were you conceived out of wedlock?
Was I conceived out of wedlock?
Okay.
Let's see. Another thing I didn't have control over. We'll check that off the list.
This is all your fault.
I'm beginning to think that this is even crazier. It goes even deeper because I don't think she's asking this to judge your morality. I think she legitimately thinks she has a system for knowing if somebody needs to have a demon exorcised out of their body.
This was just question I.
Yeah, and it's like
And believe me, it does get increasingly more invasive as it goes.
Because you really can't judge somebody's moral character with those questions.
No, you can't.
So
this is all something that comes out of fucking freaking ancient voodoo shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's a system that happens, and she's just wanting to legitimately make sure you didn't go through the processes to have a demon in your body that needs to be exorcised.
Yeah. Have you personally ever had psychiatric counseling? Because you're a demon, man.
Yeah.
You might have those mental demons, but you're possessed.
I wonder what her answer would be to that.
Hey, man, if you had schizophrenia, just get an exorcism. That'll remove it. That'll make you feel better.
Fine.
Fuck medicine.
Oh my god, that's so insane.
Let's get some holy water and speak in tongues and go.
Yeah, even though we clearly live in an age where we can look up schizophrenia and have a deep understanding of it just by, turning on our phones and clicking fucking Safari or Google Chrome or whatever bullshit app you have to fucking search the Library of Alexandria of the modern age. You piece of shit.
This infinite knowledge, this vast treasure chest of knowledge.
Like all this medicine that we could be taking advantage of, but you refuse to because you think your ancient voodoo is a better tactic when it's been proven time and time again that that's just factually incorrect.
Come on, witch doctors are where it's at, man.
Yeah, witch doctors and snake salesmen, they're one and the same.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure, we're winning over the religious folks today.
Yep.
It's not ignorance.
How you doing, guys?
Guys, it's not ignorance for me to be speaking in tongues like that. Because, look, I'm sorry. That shit is stupid. That is stupid.
Well,
Take that seriously. How?
The speaking in tongues thing, I think, can be genuine sometimes. But
I'm sure it can. It's genuine fucking insanity.
No, I don't. I really think we're all very close to being able to have an experience like that because I think. Over time, I think our bodies have adapted to rituals, and I think we really garner something from them. And, I think it's like whenever I have played music in the past, especially with bands, where, I feel like I can really express myself when I'm on stage. I get that feeling wash over me like is similar to the one that people describe as getting in the spirit.
Yeah.
They're just probably in that church and, this is their place of solace. And, they're surrounded by their community, by people they love, probably their family are at the church. Everybody's dancing, having a good time with the music. And that's beautiful. I would understand why you would be ecstatic about that and feel like speaking in tongues is what you want to do.
Yeah. People just need to understand as well that this is strictly opinion. You need to remember that some people lose sight that these are opinions. I am not telling you this is fact. This is my opinion.
Yeah, I just try to...
You don't have to agree with it or like it.
I just think the most important thing for people to do is be objective. And I don't think ultimately there's anything wrong with religion as long as people know to be good.
Yeah, I just poke fun at it. This is all in fun and jest. I really like...
I mean, we make the same type of gestures towards a dead guy, but that don't mean we don't mourn for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like the things that we say in jest and joking are purely meant in that, and there are a lot of different emotions that people can feel. You can be...
I feel like that gets lost in the void, though, sometimes.
It definitely does.
Like, especially now, like, in these days, like, I don't know if everyone is just so desensitized to conversation with each other, and we have developed an outrage culture.
I mean, we absolutely are not used to communicating with each other, especially people on the other side, because, if you have a Twitter, you have Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you subscribe and follow the people that you already like. So you never have any new information coming into your bubble. You never have a new perspective because you're surrounding yourself with like-minded people. And I think that's one of the reasons we have such a small divide. We don't have a podcast is, this is probably the longest ongoing conversation without interruptions that me and you have in our whole week.
Yeah.
When we do a podcast. How insane is it that we don't pick each other's brains more than we do? Like we stay in our own world. Everybody does. You have your phone. You have small talk. You have so many different types of avoidance
you have distractions for everything.
Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of people get distracted from getting along with other people.
I think a lot of people, like, they choose that. I feel like they willingly choose that isolation now.
Yeah.
Like, they would rather feel comfort through people not hearing them. I mean, do you know anyone who speaks on the phone anymore? Do you know people that really make phone calls a habit? Do you really know people that don't go without, like, texting a fucking lightning storm every day? It's like, ugh.
Yeah, and also,
it's like phones are like cult leaders, man, and we all just follow everything they do.
It's really weird. It's really weird. I guess it's just an effect of being more connected.
Yeah, that makes me, speaking of that... Have you, your parents or grandparents, been in any cults?
Define cult, because... yeah, go ahead. I actually have a question for you. Funny, this interview's turning around, huh? So what is your definition of a cult? As a religious woman, as a Christian woman, what's your definition of a cult? Can you tell me?
Oh, you're going to hell for even going there.
Can you tell me that, ma'am?
I'm not going to waste the breath. I'm not going to waste the breath.
You're not going to waste the breath?
Nope, you're going to hell just for even thinking about that.
Okay, well, since you're not going to waste the breath, I guess I'll have to waste mine.
Clearly, you don't even have to answer the next question because you just answered it for me. Have you ever made a pact with the devil? Clearly, you have.
No, I actually haven't made a pact with the devil. I've actually made a pact with objectivity and not being fucking completely insane.
Are you nuts? Have you ever been involved in Eastern religion?
Eastern religion, I don't know. Who gives a shit? Next question.
Have you ever visited heathen temples?
Heathen temples. Wow, I don't know.
Is that even a thing?
Yeah, for real. Where the fuck? I bet there's good drugs at the heathen temple, man.
Yeah, that's
where I need to go.
That sounds like a tavern.
Yeah, it does. It sounds like a tavern. That's like if
it's like a death metal tavern or something. Come on down to the heathen temple.
That, or it's like if smoking become legal. That's like a smoke bar,
Mm-hmm.
It's like the heathen temple.
It's a hookah lounge.
Yeah, a hookah lounge. Exactly, the heathen temple. Yep.
I mean, unless that's their cute way of referring to satanic temples.
Well, let me expand upon this, ma'am. Before you go too far, let me just expand and say that I would say my definition of a cult, that would be, a group of people following a leader or what you would call a divine truth. And it just seems a little bit like that's what you guys are doing. A bunch of group of like-minded people just taking word for word and following the leader. Did you say that? Mm-hmm.
I would probably go there.
Following similar ideologies.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad you can agree with that, ma'am.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Now, I can't even explain this next one to you. We're getting there. This is question O.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I said when I read it, because I don't understand. Do you have any witches, such as, quote, good luck kitchen witches in your home?
Do I have good luck kitchen witches in my house? Yeah. What the fuck does that mean? Good luck kitchen witches. That sounds like a stupid TV show, like a reality show.
Witches in the kitchen.
Or a sitcom. Yeah. It's like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, except it's the Good Kitchen Witches.
The Good Kitchen Witches.
And every day they have a wacky. Every episode they have Wasky Rabbit. They have wacky journeys to find the ingredients that they need for the food they're making.
3 clean witches looking for a wascally wabbit stew. They're gonna fix some sandwiches, pull up the britches. 3 clean witches.
3 cleaning witches.
Do you have lustful thoughts?
I have lustful thoughts. Do you have lustful thoughts?
I feel like I'm in a goddamn psychiatrist chair.
No, Jesus Christ. I would really hope that that's not, one of the main questions a psychiatrist would ask. I mean, if it was related to your illness, but, not like right off the fucking bat, here you go. Do you ever think about titties like literally everybody on the universe thinks about titties?
Titties.
You ever just think about getting rammed by a gorilla man who just picks you up and fucks you to death, basically?
Oh, my God.
I mean...
It's like just 8-boy fucks you or something.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Nick. I'll do it for you, man. Titties. Shout out to you, my
what's up, titties?
My Nick.
That's from a YouTube poop, a classic SpongeBob YouTube poop.
Yeah, it's what were these? It was SpongeBob edited versions. That's what they were called. Like it was like literally SpongeBob insert title of episode edited, and it usually just consisted of like sound clips from Jack Black soundboards and like fucking Afro Man soundboards.
Oh my God.
And to your knowledge,
you know what?
Was there evidence of lust in your family line?
Is there evidence of lust in my family line?
There must have fucking been, because I wouldn't be here.
Evidence of lust in my family line.
You mean have
obviously, have people fucked? Am I conceived? I mean, what the fuck?
No, we're aliens, man.
Oh my God.
I told you, it gets good as it goes. Do you frequently masturbate?
Do I frequently masturbate? I mean, that's a little bit of a personal question. Actually, I've been pretty much personally attacked all throughout this interview. I don't know why anybody would actually even sit through these questions this far. If you do, you're a dumb fuck. Honestly, if you don't get up and walk out, then you must have fucking 90 kids to feed, because there's no way anybody would work that job for $15 an hour with a boss that crazy.
And they're not even getting half that.
Yeah, no, they're not even getting half that. $7.25. Do you know that for a fact?
Well, usually most hotel chains, like at least in this state, are minimum wage, and minimum wage is like $7.25. But I think most of them are like $8, maybe an hour, maybe $8.
Let me just this is gonna
you gotta masturbate, man. You gotta jerk the demons out of your dick.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Every time you come, you're shooting out like 10,000 demon babies.
Yep. Well, just to break up the monotony here for a minute, this is going to be an interruption from Dr. Phil. And what doctor, because you reminded me when you're talking about the soundboards, do you remember back in the day when we used to fuck with that Dr. Phil soundboard all the time?
Well, we would be playing Halo 3 multiplayer, and we would be fucking with soundboards with Dr. Phil in the chats.
Basically just having our Xbox 360 headsets on and putting our phone or computer up to the mic and fucking letting Phil speak.
And Dr. Phil is fucking Dr. Spit, man. That'd be a good rap name. That'd be a good trap rapper name.
Just no, you gotta reverse it. The Spit Doctor.
Oh, Spit
or
Doctor.
the Spit Doctor.
Oh shit! It's like spin. Dude, we've not had a good doctor in rap in a while. We need a new one.
That's goddamn true. Because the doctors, dude, fucking murder it. I can't think of one rap dude with doctor in his name that's a shitty rapper.
Watch, we'll get a clip. Somebody send us one.
Oh yeah, they'll send us a million clips. Okay, so I just wanted to have a little interruption from Dr. Phil, who, for all you out there, especially with headphones in, this is 3D audio of Dr. Phil threatening your life and stalking you outside of your home. So let's hear it. Let's hear it, Dr. Phil.
Oh, that sounds pleasant. Oh shit!
Open the door, or I'm gonna throw rocks through your windows, you dumb whore. I want the money. I'll raise enough hell till you give in and give it to me.
What the hell is happening?
Oh my god! That's fucking insanity!
Go kill yourself. Nobody likes you. Everybody hates you. You would be better off dead. Just go kill yourself.
Oh my god.
Oh shit, he's in.
Oh shit.
I think he's in.
No.
You're not helping me much. And if you don't help me much, I can't help you.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck. Oh my god.
Auto-tune dog.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, it's just a dog with auto-tune.
That video's going to my shit posting Hall of Fame.
Oh, absolutely. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was a much needed break from the monotony. This tough interview, man. You've been crunching this interview hard.
Yeah.
But we're almost done.
All right.
We're almost done. Have you ever been a victim of incest by a family member?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I thought the fucking masturbation the question was personal.
That's what I was telling you. It gets more and more personal.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're not done. That was question S. Question T. Have you ever committed incest, rape, or molested anyone?
Wow. It just keeps getting more and more personal.
Yeah, that's a pretty loaded question there, man.
Yeah, I mean, are you going to report me to the police? Does this work like counseling? I mean, is there confidentiality? What's going on?
Yeah, is this conversation we're having? Is this a confidential thing? Do we have a clause for this?
Yeah. Where's this in the contract I signed?
Have you ever committed fornication, adultery, been with prostitutes, had homosexual or lesbian desires or experiences?
Oh my god. All right, next question.
It's like just completely fucked up. Have you ever sexually fantasized about an animal? That was question V. Answer the question. Have you ever?
I fantasize about fucking monkeys sometimes. Because, I mean, if you think about it, they're pretty close to humans. They're just really muscly. Like, you could fuck a chimp. Actually, a chimp could fuck you, probably.
They're probably good.
Look, even baby chimps are probably strong. Have the little baby chimp
They're
dick.
feisty, man. They probably like get your little pants off really quick
Yeah.
with their little weird human hands.
Yeah, or gorillas, orangutans.
Well,
man.
no. If a gorilla gets a hold of you, you're fucked. Like you're literally fucked. You are getting ass raped by a gorilla.
Oh, if it wants to, then it's got you.
Yeah,
It
that
does-
gorilla's gonna do whatever it wants.
Yeah, you could be the Mountain from Game of Thrones. You could be Andre the Giant. You're getting fucked by that thing. You're definitely getting fucked by that gorilla if it wants to fuck you.
That gorilla, if he wanted, he would split your asshole open with his fist.
Yeah, he does.
just for fun. If he felt like it, he could do that because you have no say in how strong those motherfuckers are.
Yeah, and they don't really give a shit about claws or anything. You know, they'll probably just rip you to shreds while they're fucking you also.
And you know what's funny too? Something that the gorillas take into account with their actions is they know that the law does not apply to them. So therefore,
That's true.
they will murder you because they do not fear repercussions.
And they have no even conceptualization of morality.
You are not going to rationalize with a gorilla if
Yeah.
it gets it in its head that you are a threat. You are going to be butt-fucked by the gorilla. You are going to be perforated by this gorilla, and you are not going to enjoy it. You will be covered in gorilla cum.
Oh my
Like King
God.
Kong Bundy.
Oh my
Not King
God.
Kong Bundy, it was a
King Kong
fucking
Bundy.
wrestler. He just died. R.I.P.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
R.I.P.
I fucking love King Kong Bundy. I guess I just had him on the brain. Outside of my other thoughts that include a fucking gorilla that's just like tearing apart some fucking photographer's dumbass.
Yeah.
Like-
or some guy who, you know, he's like probably a hippie dude who's like going into the zoo. They're like, man, we're gonna fucking execute this primate, our gorilla, at the zoo. So we have a last resort. We're gonna try to hire a hippie dude to come in here and salvage what's left of this gorilla that we can't even feed because it wants to rip the face off of every employee that goes in its cage. Let's send this guy in because he's like, man, it's all about just connecting yourself to the animal and connecting yourself to nature. If you embrace and love nature, then nature will receive that love and also give that love back.
Return back to the earth, man.
Yeah, like if I go in that cage, there's no way that it's gonna stick its dick in my butt.
I mean, right? There's just no way. There's no way it would even conceptualize the idea of that.
Because like
Dolphins don't do it.
Because it like knows I'm a good person and stuff. Like it feels my vibes, you know?
Oh, yeah. You know, dolphins are pretty prone to rape human beings.
They are. Dolphins are,
And ducks are just rapists in general.
yeah, well, I mean, it doesn't really seem like any animal gets enjoyment out of sex.
Cats. I don't know, sometimes dogs seem like they're cool. Birds don't give
Yeah.
a fuck. There you go. Birds don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, birds, God, bird sex is weird.
Let's see, now we're talking about having sex with an animal. That was what the question asked, and here we are now talking about it. I guess, well, we're not sexually fantasizing. We're I guess, sexually hypothesizing. That's probably not much better.
That's the name of my new album, guys.
Sexual hypothesis.
Yeah, sexual hypothesis.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit, you shit.
Oh, no. I did shit. Question W, young man.
Yep, question W.
Have you been involved? It says involved in.
Uh-huh. Yeah, have I? Mm-hmm.
Have you been involved in oral or anal sex? If you say yes, that's just another
Oral
dick on
or
your,
anal? What if I've only did one?
Well, it still counts.
Okay.
I would really, if you have only done one, I would rather you tell me which one. But if you have done both, I would also like to inquire about that.
Okay.
Because I feel like it's necessary to this interview and to your exorcism if you have ever fucking put it in someone else's butt.
Yeah.
If you have had it in your butt. If you have ever been on the receiving end of fellatio.
yeah.
Or if you have ever been licking the puh.
Yeah. Yeah, so pretty much like 80% of the people over the age of 18 getting fucked in the ass and eating vagina and sucking dick and, you know, pretty much any mature, developed adult, you know.
Yeah.
Most people do that shit.
I feel that the further this interview goes, the more disturbing the show has become.
I mean, if you really think that oral sex means you have a demon in you, then you think a lot of people have demons in them.
Well, think about it. If you're on the giving end and you swallow someone's seed, they, by proxy, are also in need of an exorcism
Yeah.
by what we've pieced together in this interview.
Yeah.
So you're shooting your demon load in somebody's throat. Is what's happening. They're swallowing the demon seed.
That sounds like either something from an anime or it sounds like a what's that?
Fuck, left to swallow the goddamn demon seed. That's what it amounts to.
Devil May Cry. That's what it sounds like. Something from Devil May Cry.
And if they had sex or something,
Maybe even a Final Fantasy game. Defeat the demon seed.
I think we found the episode of the title, folks. Swallow the demon seed.
Swallow the demon seed. Yeah.
We've got 3 questions left. Are you ready
right.
to tackle these?
X, Y, and Z.
And we can get out of here if you would like.
Yep.
Have you fathered a child that has been aborted?
I mean, I like the wording of that question. Have you fathered a child that's been aborted?
At what point do you get up and walk out of this interview or this questionnaire? Like, at what point do you throw your hands up and be like, this is fucking nuts? I wonder what point it took him to get to before maybe he never went through with it.
Oh my God, I don't know. Like, how do you even introduce that?
Oh no, he did work there. He was working there.
Yeah, because I remember
because he quit his job on March 21st. It says, and he filed his lawsuit the same day.
Yeah, from what I seen in that article, they were also saying that like in front of customers, she would have like a big group of people come up and like
pray for him.
Yeah.
That's what I was reading here as well. Yeah.
It said they would do it in front of customers even.
Yeah, it said Lyndon, like members of Lyndon's church would come to the lobby of the hotel and pray for him while he was on duty at the front desk.
And I mean, that's a nice gesture, I guess, but don't you think that makes your employees a little bit uncomfortable whether
they believe it or not?
Yeah.
Like, that's just like no one would want to be in that situation.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to dare be in that situation.
Absolutely not, and especially not when you think about it in terms of, if Christianity was, if that woman would have went to get a job where they were asking those questions related to like Muslim beliefs, I mean, my God, she would feel extremely uncomfortable to have to work on somebody or under somebody who has an entire different belief than her.
Yeah. Has pornography ever attracted you?
Attracted me.
Yeah. Has it ever attracted you?
Has pornography ever attracted me?
I have definitely beaten off to it, if that is what you're asking.
I mean, it sounds to me like the wording of that one is just like, has it ever even piqued your interest?
Have you ever had thoughts about sex? Something you inherently probably cannot control.
Yeah,
to a
like
degree.
the one thing that human beings share.
You can control your actions. Yeah, you can control your actions,
Sexual
but your thoughts,
urges.
Your thoughts and your sexual fantasies are not something that one could easily contain in a box.
Yeah.
Last question here.
Sorry, folks.
We'll wrap this interview up, young man. Do you have desires of having sex with a child?
Oh my God. Are you serious?
That's the last question.
Are you serious? They save the best for last, don't they? She's like, all right, now if all of this other shit checks off, as long as...
This is the fucking main event.
Yeah, this is all he needs. He's got the job. Do you fuck children? If you can answer that for me, you know what? That's how I'm going to start hiring people. I'm going to say, you know what? Come in.
I got a couple moral hurdles for you to leap. If you can come on in here, please.
They'll put in their application. I'll give them a call. I'll say, hey man, I seen your application. You look like you could be really really great for this construction job. Go ahead and come in on Monday, and I just got, we kind of use a different strategy here.
Yes,
it's a little bit of a different interview process.
We have what we would call a exorcism screening.
Yeah.
It's kind of like your required drug screening for most jobs, but in this case, we search for demons.
Well, it's a little bit different than that. Actually, all I want you to do is come in on Monday, and I got a question to ask you. So, Jimmy, pretend you're coming in on Monday, man. You got the job. You're about to get the construction job, dude. Are you happy?
I'm pretty ecstatic.
Nice to meet you.
So,
what's your name?
Jim.
Jim?
Jimothy.
Okay.
Yes,
All right. So, did you say Jimothy?
Jim, but Jimothy's cool.
Okay.
You can call me whatever you like.
Jimothy. All right, that's cool.
You can call me whatever you like.
So, I looked over your information. I looked over your file. You seem like a great candidate.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that.
I pretty much, there's not much to it other than one simple question. You get this one, Jimmy, you get the job.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm ready for it.
Do you fuck kids? That's all I want to know.
Well, excuse me?
It's a little thing we like to, we think it really...
No,
tells us a lot about the candidates.
Well, I don't fuck children.
kind of weeds out the bad guys.
I mean, well, I'm sure, but
Yeah.
even if they did fuck kids, why would? Do you think they would tell you?
Jimmy, you know, I don't really much know about you as an employee. You seem to be pointing out that my question is offensive. Is that what you're saying, Jimmy? That me asking you that question in a job interview is offensive?
I mean, if you were considering asking a person who may have been on the receiving end of that as a child, and you may have just reminded them by asking them if they had ever done that.
Jimmy, you know what? I'm your boss. Actually, I'm not your boss.
No, you're not. I don't work here yet.
Yeah, that's great because I don't want you here. And you know what, Jimmy? You kid fucker. I want you out of my office.
Not a fucking kid fucker.
No, not you. Not you. The character in the sketch. Jimmy doesn't fuck kids, guys. He doesn't fuck kids like the gorilla we were talking about fucks people. He doesn't do that. That's disturbing to even think of.
Yeah, fuck.
You know.
Jeez.
Why would God, come on now.
I gotta go to bed soon.
Yeah, that's
I can't
good.
be thinking about this shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up. I mean, Demon Seed coming to you live soon.
In your ear holes. We're gonna fill your ear holes with demon cum.
Yep. It was nice. It was enjoyable.
Did you get the job at the Hampton?
Yeah, did you? Yeah, go ahead, guys. Answer in the comments, you know. Give us your answer. Do you think you passed? Do you think you'd get that job at the Hampton Inn? I think we failed, but
I think I would get it.
You know, not because we fuck kids, but
Well, I don't think we could apply ourselves to this job. I don't think we have the skill set.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think we have the skill set at all.
We don't have the skill set. All right, guys. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Sorry if I ever offended you people out there. You're loved and you're beautiful.
Fuck your kids.